Hi everyone, today we're going to be reading a story, and today's story is called The Smart Cookie. And The Smart Cookie is by Jory John and Pete Oswald. Jory John is the one that wrote the words, so he's our author, and then Jory John is our illustrator. He did all of the pictures in the story. So let's get started. So when we open up, we come to this page, which is just a fun page with a bunch of treats on it. And then we have this page. I want you to look closely at this page. Okay, so we have our main character here, which is Cookie. And then we have all these lovely drawings on the outside. So we have a globe. We have some art supplies. Looks like a painting art supplies. We've got a planet here. Got some music notes. We've got a peace sign. We've got a heart. We've got a little looks like a film thing from whenever they start recording. And then what's that sport called again? Soccer. We have a beaker, a heart. I don't know if I said that already. I think I did. We've got a beaker, so some sciencey things going on. We've got paper and pencil, so we got paper and pencil here. And then we got some books here. And then right in the middle right here is a big light bulb with some things coming off. What do any of y'all know what a light bulb might mean when it pops over your head? If anyone knows, I'm going to give y'all just a little bit of time to think about it. And if y'all thought a big idea, then you're correct. Usually that indicates a good idea, a big idea, or something like that. So I just want you to keep that in mind. And what might that mean in the story? All right, and when we turn the page, we come to our dedication page, which is right here. And it looks like Jory John dedicated this to his mom. And then Pete Oswald dedicated it to Carm. I have no idea who that is, but that's who they dedicated it to. And then we've got our publication information. And then we have our title page, which gives our title, and then a little drawing right here. And then our author, Jory John, who writes the words. And then our illustrator, Pete Oswald, who draws all the pictures. And then now we start our story. So greetings. I am a cookie. I live in a bakery on a street corner near a river. Come on in. Look at that nice bakery. That looks like a good place to live, doesn't it? Welcome to our little community. It is a warm and supportive place to spend some time. Pretty fantastic, eh? And then look at all these cool looking treats doing a bunch of work. They look really, really busy, don't they? These days, life is sweet, but my journey wasn't always a cakewalk. When I was younger, I couldn't have imagined fitting in here. For a long time, I didn't feel comfortable speaking up or sharing my ideas. I didn't feel like a smart cookie. I wanted to be a cookie who knew all the answers, a cookie who felt confident in a group, a cookie who said, aha, when solving a puzzle. Like this. Aha! Look how excited she looks. And then she's thinking about her bakery. Now, she wasn't so happy in it, was she? Looking back, I had some trouble in my early days. I went to school in a gingerbread house. Our teacher, Miss Biscotti, was kind and patient. When I arrived each morning, she'd wave at me and smile. There's Miss Biscotti right there. I didn't get the best grades, and I never raised my hand because I couldn't think of the answers as fast as the others. And I was the last to finish most tests. Have any of y'all been the last to finish a test? I have. It's kind of scary. It wasn't because I didn't care, and it wasn't because I didn't try. Sometimes I'd get distracted and mess up, even though I knew the material. Those were the most frustrating moments of all. Once I misspelled the word dough. That was rough. Another time, I added when I meant to subtract. Occasionally, we'd have a lesson where I had absolutely no idea what was happening. I just couldn't keep up. I imagined that my desk was a raft and that I was completely lost at sea, because that's what it felt like. Have any of you felt the way Cookie felt? At night, I slept in a cookie jar. I had about 6 dozen roommates. Move. You move. No, you move. No, you move. No, you move. I'd stay awake and stare out the window and worry. And it went like this day after day after day. And then something happened that changed everything. What might that something be, you think? It all started with a homework assignment. Miss Viscotti requested our attention one afternoon. Tonight, I would like you to create something completely original, she announced. It can be anything you want. Bring it to class tomorrow. That was it. There was no further instructions. Miss Biscotti winked at me as I gathered my belongings. I felt like I had a million butterflies in my stomach. Create anything? Something original? Due tomorrow? Gulp. That's kind of scary, isn't it? A lot of pressure on Cookie. When I got home, I immediately went to work. At first, I tried a cooking project. The results were half-baked. Next, I tried to hammer and nail something. It splintered immediately. Then I tried making a sculpture. It was a complete bust. I wondered if I was about to fail yet another assignment. I was stuck. I stared out the window and watched the rain hit the river. There was something mesmerizing about the water. How it moved in such a chaotic way, swirling around and round, yet ultimately figuring out exactly where it needed to go. Suddenly, I had an idea. I decided to write something original. A poem. Aha! She looks so sad in those first pictures, doesn't she? Where she couldn't figure out what she was good at. And then she looks happy when she found out she had a great idea. I came up with the title based on how I'd been feeling. My Crummy Days. After that, the rest of it seemed to fall into place. I wrote and I wrote. I lost track of time. An hour went by in a flash. Aha! I said when I was finished. I couldn't sleep that night, but it wasn't because I was worried. It was because I was excited. I felt like I had really accomplished something. I felt smart. Look how excited she looks. And she was writing and writing. She looks very, very focused in that picture. The following day, Miss Biscotti asked for volunteers to share what we'd created. One kid showed off his original frosting art. Another kid revealed her sprinkle distribution machine. It was neat seeing how everyone was good at such different things. Look how cool that distribution machine looks. I would love to see that in real life. I don't know about y'all. That would be really cool. Finally, Miss Biscotti turned to me. Would you like to share anything? She asked. Gulp, I gulped. I thought I'd probably crumble under the pressure. But I made my way to the front of the classroom. I noticed my hands were shaking and my mouth went dry. She's nervous, don't you think? Have any of y'all felt that way going up in front of the class? I know I have. This poem is called My Crummy Days, I said, my voice cracking. And then I read it aloud. As I spoke, I noticed some kids nodding at certain lines, and other kids laughed at parts that were supposed to be funny. As I built towards the finale, I felt myself becoming more confident and animated. And in the end, everyone clapped and cheered. I promise you this. I'll never, ever forget it. Miss Biscotti was beaming. No one but you could have written that poem, she said. It was completely original. Look how nervous she looks in that picture. She's shaking. And then kids were nodding, so they were going like this. And then they were laughing at all of the funny things. And then they're clapping really, 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 really happy about it. And then Miss Biscotti was so happy, she was beaming. She was smiling really big. Aha! I had done it. I'd created something and shared it with the world. Well, my world at least. The rest of the day was a blur. By recess, I was already planning my next poem. I would call it My Sweet Morning. Aha! I had thought when I came up with the title. Later that afternoon, Miss Biscotti handed me a note. It said that I should keep on writing, no matter what. That meant so much to me. She was so happy that she got that note from Miss Biscotti. Have y'all ever gotten a note from a teacher and was happy about it? School was a bit different after that. I wasn't so scared to raise my hand or ask a question or share my work. Sure, some things still don't come as easily for me as they do for others. But now I know that you can be smart in many different ways. You don't have to have the answers to every question or suddenly be great at everything all at once. You just need a chance to try all kinds of things to find out who you are and what you like to do. So, that's a good point. Just got to try all the things. Look at her trying all the different things in this picture. This might have something to do with that beginning page with all the pictures around it. Y'all remember? Here, let's go back. Do y'all remember that page at the very, very beginning that didn't have any words on it? It was just the picture. Let's go. Y'all think it might have to do something with that? I think maybe. I don't know. We shall see. As for me, I learned that I can write and I can think up great ideas. And I found plenty of other things that I'm good at too. I no longer feel lost at sea. It's more like floating down a river. And the best part is, there's always more to learn. Because we are all smart cookies. She's at poetry night. So she's reading her poems to a big crowd. The end. Now we got the back of the book. Looks like she's writing a poem in her little cookie jar at her desk. So that is our book, The Smart Cookie, written by Jory John, who writes all of our words. He's our author. And then illustrated by Pete Oswald, who is our illustrator, and he draws all of our pictures that were in our book. So I have a question for y'all. What do y'all think the meaning of this story is? Do y'all think it has something to do about being smart, trying different things? I want to know y'all's opinion on it. But that's the end of our story. I hope y'all enjoyed The Smart Cookie. And yeah, I enjoyed reading it to y'all. So I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's day. And I hope y'all can find more stories by Jory John and Pete Oswald. There's a bunch of them. So I hope you have a great day and bye.